Okay, so, summer's coming up,
Uh-huh.
and I'm guessing a lot of us are thinking about maybe planning a vacation.
Yeah, definitely.
And you sent over some really interesting articles from GoGo Banking Rates.
Yeah.
They talk to travel agents about all the mistakes people make when planning these trips. And I know you and I both get really excited about this kind of stuff.
I do. Yeah.
So what do you say we do a deep dive into this and figure out how to avoid some of these really common pitfalls?
Let's do it.
All right, so first of all, I think it's really interesting how everyone wants to travel at the same time.
Right.
Like everyone's trying to go on vacation during the summer.
When the kids are out of school.
Yeah. But as Steve Griswold, the travel agent from Pixie Vacations, told Go Banking Rates, that's when prices are highest.
Yeah, because the demand is so high and, the airlines and hotels, they know that they can charge more when everyone wants to travel.
Right.
And Griswold says that if you're able to travel during off-peak times, you're going to see some really good deals.
Oh, for sure.
And you're not going to be fighting huge crowds everywhere you go.
Yeah, that's so true.
Like, imagine going to Disney World in the middle of July.
Oh, gosh.
It would be a nightmare.
You're just waiting in lines all day?
Exactly. So
Yeah.
if you can be flexible with your travel dates,
Yeah.
even just a week or two outside of those peak times,
Right.
you can save a lot of money
For sure.
and have a way more relaxed vacation.
And I think it's interesting because we see the same thing with last-minute bookings.
Oh, tell me about it.
Like, we all think we're going to get that amazing last-minute deal.
Right.
But Tamara Lidbaum from Anytime Travel Agency says that's actually a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, she says that people who wait until the last minute to book their summer travel almost always end up paying more.
Yeah, and they have way fewer options.
Yeah, because everything's already booked up.
Right.
So you're kind of stuck with whatever's left, and you don't have any time to price shop.
Yeah, you can't really, look around and see what the best deals are.
Exactly. And she says that even though you might occasionally find a late deal,
Right.
the odds are really stacked against you.
It's just like a gamble.
It is. And if you're trying to plan a big family vacation,
Yeah.
it's not really a gamble you want to take.
Right.
Because if you book in advance, you can spread out the cost of your trip.
Oh, yeah, that's so helpful for budgeting.
Right. You can book your flights and then your hotel and then maybe some activities later on. And it doesn't feel like such a huge hit to your wallet all at once.
Right, it's way less stressful.
So much less stressful.
And Lidbaum even recommends booking different parts of your trip at different times.
Yeah, like maybe your flights and hotel in January,
Yeah.
and then any excursions or special dinners a few months later.
That's such a smart idea.
It is. It really helps to break down the cost.
Okay, so let's talk about something that I think we've all fallen victim to at some point.
Okay, what's that?
Like, I'm totally guilty of this,
Uh-huh.
chasing the cheapest fare.
Yeah, we all love a good bargain.
Right. But Lidbaum says that cheaper rates up front are not always cheaper.
Oh, that's so true.
Like, you have to read the fine print
Absolutely.
because there are often all these hidden costs that can really add up.
Yeah, things like resort fees and parking fees.
Oh, and baggage fees.
Oof, don't even get me started on baggage fees.
And Steve Griswold, the Disney vacation planner, says that he sees this all the time with people booking hotels near Disney World.
Yeah, he says that some hotels will advertise a huge discount,
Uh-huh.
but then they'll tack on all these extra fees for things like parking and shuttles.
Right.
And when you add it all up,
Yeah.
it ends up costing you more than if you had just stayed at a Disney World Value Resort that was closer to the parks.
And you're stuck in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly, and the shuttles might only run a few times a day.
Right.
So you end up wasting a lot of time waiting around.
Okay, last but not least, we have to talk about travel insurance.
Yes, this is so important.
It's like the one thing that people always want to skip.
Right, because they think it's an unnecessary expense.
Yeah. But Lidbaum and Griswold both say that it's essential.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen on a trip.
Right, you could get sick.
Uh-huh.
Your flight could get canceled.
Your luggage could get lost.
Yeah. There are just so many things that can go wrong.
And if you don't have travel insurance,
Yeah.
you could end up having to pay a lot of money out of pocket.
And Lidbaum says that she never travels out of the country without it.
Right.
And she really recommends that everyone get it.
Especially if you're going somewhere with unpredictable weather
Uh-huh.
or if you're doing any kind of adventurous activities.
Right, because you just never know.
Exactly.
So I guess the takeaway here is that
Yeah,
it's always better to be safe than sorry.
for sure.
And travel insurance can really give you peace of mind,
Absolutely.
knowing that you're covered if something unexpected happens.
Right.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
We talked about the importance of avoiding peak season travel.
Mm-hmm.
booking in advance,
Right.
reading the fine print,
Yep.
and getting travel insurance.
Yes, all very important tips.
And I hope that this deep dive has given you some food for thought
I hope so too.
as you start planning your summer vacations.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing to keep in mind is that it's not always about finding the cheapest deal.
Right.
It's about finding the best value
Absolutely.
and making sure that you're getting the most out of your trip
For sure.
without breaking the bank.
Exactly.
So as you're browsing all those travel deals,
Yeah.
just remember to ask yourself,
Uh-huh.
what truly makes a vacation valuable and stress-free for me?
That's a great question.
And hopefully that will help you make the best decisions for your next summer getaway.
I think it will.
All right, thanks for doing this deep dive with me.
My pleasure.
I always learn so much from these conversations,
Me too.
and I can't wait to see where we go next.
Me neither.